as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year is Khalil Herbert.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields now to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Bears in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Fields on 3rd down. And he is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He's going to look deep for more.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Mekhi Blackmon's got it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the 1st.
So the goal is at least a 1st down here, right? Pick up a 1st down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're already giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Cousins. They'll find Osborne here. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. To throw, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Powell, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Moore, the man in motion. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. A huge play here for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Lewis Cine.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. Big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Fields going to keep it running right.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I'll give to Foreman now on the option.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Herbert will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me...
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown.
D'Onta Foreman, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Brandon Powell on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd down and a yard.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
On the option right is Fields. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown.
DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Cousins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these get...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jalen Nailor,
his first touchdown on the year.
and the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that will put them on top here in the third.
Bears 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On the return is Powell.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes we talk about coverage. The defender running with a receiver. A big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And some strong running. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Off play action, Fields. And this one too low.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, here's Foreman.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got a man in the crossing route. That's Moore. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
big play action. Fields rolling to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead. Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And the Vikings first down.
They run it with Chandler. Shifts past him. There he goes left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. And
able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Cousins now on second down. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here with the throw.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, breaking in the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Joseph's got it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there at the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, Flynn.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And finally down he goes. As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And just shedding him off there. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
D'Onta Foreman,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Bears will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields now to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
Touchdown, Bears!
Darnell Mooney.
38 yards.
And the Bears are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. Howell now to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
They run it on first with Foreman.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
D'Onta Foreman
With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop it for a loss of 4. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they just my patience? Hyping all this length. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'ma get it as so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started. Please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical. This moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy. Devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best. I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.